All right, boys and girls, welcome to Thursday Night Thunder here at New Red Hobbies in Ocala, Florida. I want to thank everybody tuning in on the live stream already. We're in the hot laps here for our open to a drive buggy class. Looking for one more marshal at the stoplight. Volunteer for Mr. Jeff Brown Jr. Before I have to start docking laps off of him. Looks like we got possibly a volunteer. Is that Mr. Brian? Trying to learn everybody's names here. All right, mod guys. Again, you saw me out there patching a couple holes. You guys are out there gripping and ripping. All right, let's get in the starting area here behind Mr. O'Hara, down by me in the south end of the track. Watch online, jump in the chat, let us know where you're tuning in from. All right, the order is Robert, Josh, and Chad. 5 minutes on the clock here. Robert on the tone in less than 5. Paul. Buckland. All right, boys and girls, Mr. Casey Bass donated a whiteboard for us. So hopefully in the next week or so, we'll have a whiteboard up with some new track records on it. Tried to price out a whiteboard at the store. Holy moly, they thought they're gold. And we're off and run here 2 laps into this. Buckland showing the way in a 19.508. Netzel back 1.4 in second. Can't find Buckland out there. He's got the orange on the nose of his buggy here a little bit. Netzel has the fluorescent yellow. And Hall's rocking the purple, red, and gray. Everybody on site, yes, we will open that back door as soon as that sun goes down and doesn't blind everybody. All right, some new fast laps here. Buckland with a 15.7. Netzel just dropped a 16.6. Hall with a 16.2. All right, up next, Independent. Start heading to staging. 1:30 down, 3:30 to go. Netzel coming by with a 16.5. That's a new fast lap for him. Oh, and he gets in the back of, or somebody gets in the back of Hall. That was our leader. Karma gets him immediately 2 corners later. Marshals, be careful out there. Look both ways. Netzel now out front by 1.8. Last time by. Chad, a 15.7 down to 1.2 now. Let's see what Josh has. He's back 7.5 in third. Robert and Josh, some credit here, stepping up the mod, trying to learn ways of the force. Everything is just, oh, put a big motor in it and go. No, it's a lot more to it. $18-lap pace for Chad and Robert right now. Hall off of it by half a second here. He's picked up a little bit of time. He's down to 6.9 behind Netzel. Full field separated by 8.5. $140 to go. Once again, Independent need to be in staging. Boys had a couple of matches to drive through. We'll see if the other racers tonight can match that time in the first round. A little bit of crowd hanging around the track tonight. "30 seconds to go, drivers." Buckland on a 19-lap 5:15. Hall on 18.511. Netzel looks like he might be out. Was on an 18.512.
Race is over.
Race it out, keep going. Buckland with a 15.6 new fast lap. Comes Hall for his final lap, I think, and done. Comes Buckland to finish out here. Let's see what he's got. Final corners. Hammering it down, not enough for another new fast lap. Dropping a 15.7 there. Buckland going to set that early TQ. 19 laps, 5:13. Hall with 18.510. And Netzel out with 13 laps. Was on an 18.512 there. All right, guys, give me a second. Never fails. There's always a night things go wrong. All right, let's get them checked in. All right, looking for CJ. Get Brian here checked in just a second. Get in, CJ, check it in. Sir, Mr. Brian, cross the line. All right, all my drivers are checked in. Looking for my marshals, plus one volunteer. Here comes Mr. Hall. Buckland's out there on his way. I need one to help out. South end here by me. Time we'll turn these drivers loose. 2:15 on clock. Gentlemen, roll it off. Caution on the back jump. Clear. I need one volunteer here at the south end of the track, right inside the turn 4 oval. Oh, it's down to 86, guys. Good to know, ain't it? 86. Gonna need one volunteer at the south end of the track here, right in the starting area. Guys, need one volunteer marshal down here right in front of me. Got 7 guys in this race. They're going to need all the love in this one. I may not say anything bad about them, but a lot of cars out there on this size track. The karma. Thank you, Mark. Right here. Now it's easy. All right, boys and girls. Order is Voss, Quintel, Rosa, Leinbach, O'Hara, Kraft, and Soderlund. Voss on the tone. Quintel, Rosa, Leinbach, O'Hara, Kraft, and Soderlund. And we're off and running. Oh, somebody going inside there. That was Voss trying to shortcut. One more, Chad. One more. Another one behind you. Watch out. Dan Nearson getting his New Red X in already. I'm looking for Soderlund in the crosshair. We'll get you in order after these 2 laps are done. Shake up some more, I'm pretty sure. But right now, it's Brian Kraft to the lead. O'Hara back a 10th, half a 10th. Rosa in 3rd. Voss, Soderlund, Quintel, and Leinbach at the line. You know it's going to shake out tonight. O'Hara dropping a new fast lap 16.9 for himself. Soderlund has a 16.6. Kraft 17.1. Caution on the kicker. Rosa 17.7. Voss 17.5. Last time by. Leinbach 18.4. Quintel 17.4. Minimum lap is down to 16 seconds. We'll see if anybody can get down there. O'Hara's got a pretty fast car here right now, along with Soderlund. A couple more new fast laps. Guys are picking it up down to the low 17s now for some of them. Just about halfway drivers. 2:35 to go right now. O'Hara out there somewhere in an all-black car, I'm sure. Like he's going over to kicker. Now the ski jump. The mini kicker on the tabletop. Down the straightaway he goes with a 17.1 that time by. His previous lap was a 16.79. That was a new fast lap for him. 18.509 for him right now. Kraft in second by 2.2. Kraft's in the black and white. Tell right behind him on the track here, the yellow, black. Kraft with an 18.4. Soderlund had a 16.4 last time by and a 17.1. He's going to jump up to second now by 1.5 behind your leader. Kraft's back 1.2 in third. Voss in the black with the yellow wheels coming around the final corner. Down the straightaway he goes. He's back 9 and change in fourth place right now. Quintel behind him by 9/10 in fifth. Rosa back 1.3 in sixth. And Leinbach back about just under 5 seconds in seventh right now. The 1:20 to go. Novice, you're up next. That's going to be Family Bradley and Mr. Eric Hosford. Rosa had a 17.1, and that kerfuffle on the final corner and gave him a 20.5 for that round. Or that lap even. Big words. Soderlund down to a 16.27. And Buckland putting these young guys to shame here a little bit. Hustling on that marshalling job. Thank you, sir. 20 seconds to go. Caution in the sweeper at the north end of the track. Tight battle here for your top three. Second, third, they're also in a good battle. O'Hara, 5:09. Soderlund, 5:12. Kraft, 5:13. All an 18-lap pace. Bill, Scott, and Benjamin on a 17-lap pace here. Keep going. Nobody's done yet. Oh, your leader piping it on the switchback. Boss is done. Feinbach, Quintel, Soderlund, O'Hara looking for Kraft and Rosa. Final two cars around the corner to go and shut it down. O'Hara going to take that one, setting the TQ 18.510. Brian Kraft back 2 seconds with a 5:12. Soderlund 17.501. Voss 13. Quintel 14. Rosa 18. And Chuck with a 16-lap run in 5:09. Fast laps, CJ Soderlund 6.7. All right. Let's get our novice down and checked in. Mr. Voss getting the award for putting his car down on the table, heading right out. Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Eric's checked in. Everybody's checked in. We're getting a couple marshals out there. One more down at the far end. We should be good with that. Anybody else can help us out in the next race. All right, looks like O'Hara's got the bucket. Drivers, bring him up speed. You got 150 to turn and burn. CJ, help him out there. That'll be good. This is nervous. Like the sun might be down far enough. Was going to try to get the back sliding door open. They got to, you got to slide it to the right a little bit before it'll actually unlock. All right, let's find out who's going out the door first. All right, let's get in the starting area. Your order is going to be Cameron, Matt, and Eric. For some reason, we have the minimum lap time at 13 seconds here. That would be amazing. I would love to see that out of these guys. All right, we got Dragon Rage. That's one of the Anthony's. I don't know if that's Schilling. I think it's Schilling. Or it could be some others for all we know. All right, Cameron on the tone. Matt. And Eric. This guy sticking with the RC. Getting better every week here. Coming out and practicing at times. Way to spend some family time together. Oh, secret on that tabletop is hit it on the edges. We're working on getting that sorted out. That was sweet from, I think, might have been Cameron. Was he did a sweet jump there on that kicker. Oh, it was Eric even. Eric dropping a 17.8. That's 0.6 up on Cameron's fast lap. We're not going to talk about Matt's fast lap just yet. Just did set a new one. This is not an easy track. I called too easy a little while back, so we up a little bit. All right, 95 seconds into this one, 2:20 to go. Cameron Bradley showing the way, coming down the front straightaway. 19-second lap there. Rocking the red. Oh, he's cutting the track now. Let me put the fence up. Cowbell back up there. Rocking the red, white, and blue coming down the straightaway. Matt Bradley stepping up with a 20.6 on his last lap. Up next, stock truck. Let's get him a staging. Gonna be Hall, Rosa, and Netzel. Although I don't know if they're actually stock. Cameron on a 12-lap run here. We're gonna bump that race time up here. You guys getting the 5 minutes tonight. Reed 15 down, 1:45 to go. Eric with a 17.8 on lap 2. Whatever he did there needs to duplicate it. Now Eric going to take over the lead over Cameron by 4.6. $45 seconds to go. Look at Cameron. Monster trucking his way through my track there. Getting it done, though. 10 seconds to go, drivers. And Eric going to hold on to lead here. Eric holding on that lead by 1/2 second. Cameron's done. Eric's done. Looking for Matt to finish out here. Here he comes. Crossing the line. And shut it down. Eric taking that one 15.508. Cameron 5.14. And Matt back a couple laps with 13.517. Nobody cracking that 16-second lap there. Mr. Eric had a 17.859 on lap 2. Was a fast lap of the race. All right, let's get our trucks down and checked in. Everybody just race, throw your car on the table, head back out into Marshall. All right. All right, gentlemen, roll them off. You got 2 minutes to turn and burn. We got 2 of them out there. One more down here, and 1 volunteer to help us out. Cameron's going to take the bucket for us. Cameron, down to the bucket, please. Need you down there, though. You're an active guy. We need one of the older guys down here that's not going to have to move so much. Looks like Chad's going to come out. Thank you, sir. Like, I got to watch these guys. We'll see. I highly doubt it tonight. All right, your order is going to be Josh, Benjamin, and Robert. All right, who's actually running a 13.5 out there in this one? No way. All right, Josh Hall on the tone. Rosa. And Netzel. Ooh, Rosa going in hot and heavy, washing out. $13.5 like the state series is running, and then a couple guys are like, oh, we're running on mod. And Rosa getting some freestyle action in here. Hall with the 16.8. Netzel with 16.7. Hall comes back with a 16.6. New fast laps. Hall over Netzel by 0.03. Rosa way loose off of the final turn here. I think I got a new analogy for throttle application in the RC world. Think of it like putting mustard on your hot dog or ketchup on your hot dog. Don't squeeze it. Don't know what you're going to get. Roll into it gently. All right, Hall, Netzel, 1.8 apart on 18.506 and a 511. It's summer. Hot dogs. Yes, yes, no. Either way, anytime you're going to... Oh, somebody dropped their... Eric, you dropped something on the jump there. Is that your multi-pass? The multi-pass. Come on, name that movie. As long as you don't wear your bandage-looking dress, okay? Can't have that here out of you, man. Sorry. Not a pretty sight. I don't think you can pull it off. After 3:15, 1:45 to go, Hall showing an 18.509 fast lap of 16.5 on lap 7. Netzel back 2 seconds at the line, fast lap of 16.7. Rosa back about a lap and change here, fast lap of a 17.6. Hall rocking his new paint scheme. That's that purple, red, and gray. Netzel's rocking the blue this time on this body. Rosa in the yellow and white. Doc Buggy, you guys are up next. Could be the best of the best of the best with honors. Sir. The honors. Rosa, new fast lap 17.1. Comes back with a 17.7. Comes Hall across the line. 18.3. Looks like you got to find those marks. "20 seconds to go. Stock Buggy need to be staging." That's Daggy, O'Hara, Van Neersen, and Brown Jr.
Race is over.
All is done with a new fast lap. Benjamin's done. Caution on the front straight there, Netzel. And shut it down. All finishing out with a new fast lap of a 16.44. Taking that one 18.509. Netzel 5.10. Difference of just under 1 second. We're talking 3 thousandths under 1 second here. And Rosa with 15 laps, 5.08. Don't forget, boys and girls, we're coming up on a super weekend. Saturday off-road action here at New Red Hobbies. Gates open 10 a.m., racing at 2. And we got Dirt Church Sunday. Gates open 11 a.m., racing at 1. Maximum entry per person is 2. Hopefully get out on a decent time. Get home for some family dinner. All right, looking for Jeff Brown Jr. to checking in and Mr. Don Dagey. All ready to rock and roll. Looking for our need one volunteer marshal to help us out with this one. In the meantime, drivers, bring them up to speed. You got 2 to turn and burn. All right, thank you, Mr. Eric. Appreciate it. All right, we got to jump back to open two-wheel guys at 19 lap pace and an 18 lap pace. See what these guys can do. All right, the order is Don, Sean, Mark, and Jeff. All right, gentlemen, Don on the tone in less than 5. Sean, Mark, and Jeff. Trying to spread you guys out here just a little bit, give you guys some work. This is a very tough track to pass on if you got guys that are supposed to be doing Jeff rocking the green wheels out there, looking good. Van Neersen with a 16.35 to the front. O'Hara back 7/10. Iggy in third by 9 thousandths. Oh, let's see. That might have been. He's paint out O'Hara in the black and all black. Mark's got the gray and black on his. Both are running white wheels, so on the screen you can't tell. O'Hara's in front of the 2 black cars. Don in the blue. Jeff rocking the green wheels out there. On a 19.515 for Van Neersen right now. On an 18.515 now. Van Neersen slowing down to 18.5 flat. Caution on the ski jump. And we're clear. 2 down, 3 to go. Halfway, drivers. O'Hare a 16.5, new fast lap for him. Jeff with a 17.1. Mark over Sean by 2.3. Don back 5.2. Jeff back a little bit at the line here. Jeff back 10.7. Un momento for our Latin friends. O'Hare with a 16.4, coming back with a 19.3. He's going to put him 4 seconds behind Van Neersen at the moment. Iggy back 7.9 in third. Jeff back a lap in fourth right now. Minor leader. Oh, that was impressive from Jeff. And Mark and Sean both turning in some slow laps here. Sean going to pick it back up, though. Back 5.2 at the moment. Don, you're done. Jeff is done. Mark is done looking for O'Hare to finish out and shut it down. Van Neersen going to set that early TQ 18.507. O'Hare 5.13. Iggy 17.503. Jeff with 16.502. Mark, Sean, and Don all with 16-second laps there. Jeff off of that by about 2/10. Not bad, not bad. All right, boys, that is the end of the first round. Take a 5-minute break here. I got to change the water cooler out. Round 2 will start at 8:05. All right, boys and girls. We're back and ready to rock and roll. Slight delay there. These boys gripping and ripping down in turn one. Pick some stuff out there. Hopefully we'll get that taken care of here pretty soon. Again, I spend the good money on a good pump sprayer and it fails on me. All metal still. Slight rebuilding process on the pump sprayer, guys. Sorry about that. All right, looking for two-wheel drive, big boy class. Let's get them down and checked in. Marshalls from race number 5, Mark, Sean, Don, and volunteer for Jeff. Got to watch out for those caterpillars out there. They're out. I had one behind me on the green screen here, and I think it got a little close to my neck. It's been itching since like 6:20. Scratching all day. Not crawling all over me. Things. Had one of our customers have one on his neck, and he swatted it off there, and his neck swelled up. And fortunately, he was okay in the arm. I was getting concerned he's going to restrict his airway or something. Fancy caterpillars are not something to mess with. All right, drivers, let's face the right way. Roll them off. You got 80 seconds to turn and burn. All right, be watching online. There's a handful of you out there. Jump in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Rooting for anybody or cheering for anybody specifically. I don't know about you guys, but I watched the Vintage Off-Road Champs or Vintage Clash there from Hoosier. That was awesome. I need one on the bucket down there. I need one volunteer. All right, gentlemen, let's get in the starting area. There will be Chad, Josh, and Robert. Once again, I need one of my guys down there. Oh, there he's coming out. Hey, he's got some new shoes. Are you going Ferrari red on us? Calling your boy Louis to Ferrari now? Casey Bass tuning in, says he's watching from the throne. I don't blame you, buddy. All right, Buckland on the tone, followed by Hall and Netzel. Go Josh. Go Netzel. And Sticks in here. Them's his magic shoes. I'd take me anywhere. Oh, Buckland going for it. Oh. Let's try the instant replay. Bah, 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 bah. That was a fail. I worked on that today. All right, new fast lap. Buckland was 16.0. Hall was 16.39. Netzel has a 16.7. Hall coming back with another 16.3. He's still leading by 1.5 over Chad. Like, Hall's made some adjustments here, just starting to wheel it, one of the two, but he's all over Buckland right now. But showing the way on the clock by 1.7, and that's a new TQ pace right now. The purple, red, and gray. Hitting the mini kicker in the center. leader on the clock. Buckland in second, right in front of him with the orange. Netzel rocking the fluorescent yellow, pink, and orange. Yellow, orange, pink. I can't tell. Remember, there are only 8 colors in the man's color spectrum, right? Red, orange, yellow, blue, indigo, violet. I had to Roy G. Biv that one. Has some high quality, not H2O. Unhealthy. Buckland coming back with a 15-7 out of nowhere. Now taking over that lead by 5.2 after a 19-second laps from Josh. Add on that new TQ run as well, 19.511, picking up about 2 seconds on the first round. Just about halfway, drivers. Buckland testing out new equipment here with a 15.65, new fast lap for him. Netzel pulling it over. Drove it right off the track. Something might be going on with it, maybe a little hot or something. Chad, Josh coming across the line here in just a moment. This is here for us at the line. 7.8 right now. 90 seconds to go. Independent. You need to be in staging. Bill Voss, Scott Quintel, Benjamin Rosa, Chuck Linebach, Sean O'Hara, Brian Kraft, CJ Soderland. There's 16.4 for Josh. Got to find something to get down to that 15.7 he had in lap 5. Buckland with a 15.65 on lap 10. Pulled at 16.2. Lap 3. "25 seconds. Five seconds to go. Buckland, new fast lap, 15.44. Feeling Hall's going to be done this time by. Let's see what happens here. Yes, he's done. Looking for Chad to finish out. That's why we don't go backwards till the red light is on, gentlemen. Chad taking that one, setting a new TQ. 19.511 picked up about 1.5 seconds there. Hall with 18.504 going to improve his time and stay second. And Netzel going to stay third after an unfortunate exit there early on. All right, Independent, let's get him checked in. All right, guys, red light is on. We avoid what we just had almost happen. Guys put their cars down on the other side of the line. Well, we're going to need one volunteer marshal to help us out there. Looking for O'Hara, Soderland, and Quintel to get checked in. Everybody else is good to go. And down to Quintel. And he's upside down, isn't he? Oh, that was somebody else. That was Rosa. I saw some yellow out of the corner of my eye. All right, guys. Buckland's got you. He's running across this entire track and practice already. Roll him off. You got 150 on the clock. And we do need one volunteer for this one. Once again, need one volunteer. I'm looking at Mr. Cameron because he's young and agile, and he can stand down the south end this time. Don't have to do anything. One volunteer marshal. Come on down, gentlemen. In the meantime, your order for this race will be O'Hara, Kraft, Soderlin, Voss, Quintel, Rosa, and Leinbach. Thank you, Mr. Cameron. Right there. Perfect. All right, drivers. 7 of you out there. Gotta divide that by 2. Multiply that 2 to all in on the first lap here. Keep with me. O'Hara on the tone. Kraft. Soderlin. Voss. Bell. Rosa. And Leinbach. And we're off and running. Current TQ for this one. O'Hara 18 and 5:10. Let's see what they can do. Top 3 were on 18 lap pace. The second 3 were on 17 lap pace, and last one was on a 16 lap pace. So a little room to work with to get qualified better. Got to keep it on the wheels. Job for my marshals and everybody working together here. Oh, Rosa putting the unfortunate elbow on Leinbach. He waits for him. Thank you, sir. Intentionally. Avoid. And we're off and running here. 115 down. Make that 120 down. 340 to go. O'Hara out front again. Exiting the final corner. Down the straightaway he goes. With a 16.7 new fast lap for him. That is not the fastest lap of the race, though. Goal is to be the fastest consistently. Got a lot of room to work with right now. Quintel behind him by 3.2 in second. Hell, going over the mini kicker on the tabletop now. Got that yellow and black. Voss behind him by just under half a second. Quintel with a 17.3, Voss 17.3. Kraft in fourth by 1 second with a 16.7. Soderlin back 3.9 in fifth with a 16.75, the fast lap of the race so far. Leinbach in sixth by just about 5 seconds, and Benjamin back 2 seconds in seventh. Guys, you got to check up in the corners a little bit if you're going to stay right behind somebody. Otherwise, you got to find another line. That's that accordion thing. Got Anthony Shillington, Casey Bass. I have a feeling Mosier might be out there, or John Grant. Soderlin, new fast lap, 16.65. Oh, throw him on the other lane. That was O'Hara. This might change things a little bit. It's going to get a little closer here. I don't think close enough, though. They're going to fall off that TQ pace here a little bit. Tell back just over 3.5 tenths. Kraft behind him by 2 tenths. Soderlin back 2.6 in fourth. Voss back 2.6 in fifth. Guys, just like on any RC track or racetrack in the world, you got to stay in the groove for the best times. Why the groove's there. Slow down earlier to stay in it. Slow down earlier. Soderlin with a 16.1. I'm going to have to drop the minimum lap time here 1 second. Novice up in 35 seconds. O'Hara, Kraft, Quintel. Kraft by 1.2, Quintel 2.3, Soderlin 1.3. Great battle for the top four here right now. Voss back 5.5 in fifth. Leinbach somewhere out there. Looks like he's going to be back about a lap. Benjamin behind him by 7 seconds.
Race is over.
That is time, drivers. Keep going, keep going, keep going. We race to the end in this one for that final qualifying. Watch out, Marshall's having to hustle out there. O'Hara is done. Voss, Kraft, you're done. Soderlin. Looking for Quintel, everybody else is done. Here he comes off the final corner. Where is he going to put him? Shut it down. Wow. Holy moly, this one's impressive. Top four separated by just over 3 seconds. O'Hara, 18.5, 12.6. Kraft, 0.8. Soderlin with a 5.14. Tell with a 5.15. Voss, 17 laps. Leinbach, 16 laps with Rosa behind him by 1.5. Woo, shake and bake. All right, nervous. I mean, novice, let's get him down and checked in. Thank you, Cameron. Casey Bass says he's rooting for Scott in that last one because he's got some new graphics. I guess Scott's making the sprint car graphics for him. Or he's commenting on Casey's graphics. I thought Casey was always getting him another shop out there. But I would assume that's what's happening. That's what I thought. Scott saying he liked his graphics. Scott broke out the old Cricut with his new Losi sprint cars, making his own graphics for that thing. All right, drivers, let's bring them up to speed. You got 2 minutes. Yeah, if you're interested in the new Losi sprint car, the mostly finalized rules are on the website again, or on our Facebook. Unfortunately, Losi's weight on the box didn't quite match what they decided to actually put out or what ended up happening at the time. Had to revise the weights on those. All right, all right. Are you guys good? Do you need that extra minute? I want you to be happy with the way your car is ready to start the race. Yeah, Buckland's like, we need 3 rounds. I'm like, it ain't happening. All right, the order is Eric, Cameron, and Matt. Eric on the tone. Cameron and Matt. All right, all right, all right. Add that extra minute, these guys. But normally, novice is a 4-minute race. We're throwing up to 5 now for this one. You guys are here pretty consistently. We're going to give them a little extra. Then go online, cheering on that. All right, pretty clean start here for these guys so far, and I just jinxed it. Eric and Cameron ahead of the current TQ, 15.508. Eric on a 16.515. Cameron up about 7 seconds at a 15.501. Matt back 6 seconds in third on a new personal fast time for him, 14 lap pace. Everybody dropping some new fast laps there. Cameron coming back with a new heater, 18.27. Eric has an 18.9. Matt with a 21 that time by. Just about halfway, drivers. Halfway, 230 down, 230 to go. Up next, stock truck. Paul, Rosa, Netzel, get them ready. Cameron and Eric, 5 seconds apart, or just under 5 seconds apart. Eric dropping a new fast lap, 18.5. Cameron coming back with an 18.24. Starting to turn it up a notch here. Matt with a 20.5. That is right in line with his fast lap from the first round, if I'm not mistaken, if not better. Still rocking a new TQ pace here. 110 to go, 110 to go. $40 in stadium truck. Ooh, that was close. Somehow Cameron got around those final two corners without catching the pipe. Cameron by 9.5 over Eric, both ahead of the old TQ with 10 seconds to go. Matt on a new personal best one here. Being way too generous with space. Eric is done. Keep going. Just finish another lap, sir. Do not turn around on that straightaway. That red light is on. Cameron is done. Looking for Matt to finish out here. And shut it down. Cameron taking it, setting a new TQ. 16.512. That's a whole lap on there and almost a second lap based on time. Eric with 15.502. Matt with 14.513. Everybody improved their time that round. Great job, guys. Name of the game. All right, looking for a stock truck to get him checked in. All right, bring them up speed, gentlemen. Bring them up speed. You're good. Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, boys and girls. Looks like Mr. Ritchie's going to volunteer for us. Oh, Chad's got it. Thank you, sir. Paul on the tone. Etzel. And Rosa. All right. Current TQ 18509. All right, Netzel has a 17-1, the new fast lap of the race. Paul with a 17-1-3. Rosa with a 21-4. Paul dropping a 16-4-7 new fast lap on a new TQ run now. Netzel behind him by just under 2 seconds. And Benjamin had 17-8 in the last lap. See what this one is. Netzel new fast lap 17-0. Netzel, another new fast lap, 17 flat, taking the lead now by 0.8 over Hall. Got a great battle between Hall and Netzel here. 1/2 of a tenth between them. 500ths for you fancy guys. Back a lap and change right now. New fast lap from Benjamin, a 17-5-2. Up next, last race of qualifying. Stock buggy. Start heading this way. Uh-oh. There a power issue or a steering issue with Hall? Sounds like power. Rosa going all monster trucking over my track here. And looks like they found the switch for Hall's vehicle. He's back in it. Just under a minute to go now. Once again, stock buggy, start heading to staging. Daggy, O'Hara, Van Neersen, Brown, Jr. So far, Hall with a 16.47, Netzel 16.94, Rosa 17.52. Some fast laps there. With 20 seconds to go.
Is over.
Going, keep going. Hall is done. Missed it by 4/10. And a pit stop in there, so. And shut it down. Netzel going to take that one 18.5-13. Hall was 15.5 flat. Rosa 15.5-10. Nobody improving their time there. Unfortunately, some great racing in the middle there. Just found some issues. I'm looking for Van Neersen, O'Hara, Dagey, Brown Jr. to get him down and checked in. For Buckland playing and pit guy. All right, after this race, we'll take about a 10-minute break so I can main set up, get all the awards out. Also, if you need anything from the hobby shop, you better start hustling in there because the first sticks will be closing before the main start, I think, right around there. I'm going to TQ the marshal on this one. We're going to need one volunteer. All my drivers are checked in. All right, we got Mr. Ritchie out there. He's going to help cover you guys. Roll him off, gentlemen. You got 95 seconds. Our marshal's out in just a second. Caution out front straight. Looking for Colin Netzel. They're all running two classes there, trying to get them ready to go for you guys. And we'll need one volunteer to help us out. Mr. Ritchie, you wearing flip-flops out here? Come on, man. You know better. Uh-oh. Driving backwards on my straightaway. Like O'Hara's got to make an adjustment here. Calling for a minute's grace. In the meantime, it's going to be enough time to get one more marshal out here right in front of me. Got 5 minutes to stand around and scratch yourself out here on the track. I got you a minute on there. Man, I got to give Van Neersen some credit here. He's doing some pretty kick butt freestyle out there. That thing's up on two wheels on the edge. I don't know if he tumbled it a couple times. Throwing some whips. Who knows what else? Brian, earn some RC Karma. Jump right out here and jump right on the track right there. Just stand there and look good. These guys should be good enough not to be wrecking right in front of you. Oh, look at that. That's why we can't have nice things. That's like the 5th time it's been pulled out. I tried to fix that earlier, but I couldn't find it. So now I know where it's at. All right, O'Hara is taking something here. Somebody was putting another diff in there. All right, the order is Van Neersen, O'Hara, Dagey, and Jeff Brown Jr. O'Hara a chance. Tell me it's juicing the batteries. All right, gentlemen. Marshals look alive. Van Neersen. Less than 5. O'Hara. Daigie. Brown Jr. All right, we're throwing in some 17s there. All 4 of them down to the close or mid to 17s. And Van Neersen answers back with a 16-5. I'm getting Jeff across the line here and going that race order. It's Van Neersen at the line. New TQ pace 18.504. Caution on the off camber. Sportsmanship, gentlemen. Daigie in second. Brown Jr. back less than a tenth and third. O'Hara behind him by 2.7 at the line. Plenty of time to go here. We're only 90 seconds into this one. Jeff dropping a 16-9, taking over essentially the top spot here. Oh, Don going off the wrong side of the jump. Caution on the mid kicker. That was your leader. Now it shakes out here. Van Neersen. Brown back 3.6. O'Hara 5.7 to third. Don back 3.3 and fourth. Caution on the kicker. O'Hara dropping some new back-to-back fast laps there. Down to a 16.87 for him. Right now, nobody improving their qualifying time. Don with a 17.0, new fast lap for him. O'Hara 16.8. Fast line through there. O'Hara trying to find a little more on it. O'Hara down to a 16.58 now. Van Neersen showing the way, 17 laps, 5 flat. He's the gray and black car out there. All over Don on the track. Don in the blue, Jeff rocking the green wheels. And O'Hara all by himself out there. Jeff with a 16.5. O'Hara 16.5. Van Neersen 16.3. Don with a 16.9. Fast laps, gentlemen. That was impressive, by the way. I don't think I've seen anybody cartwheel like that in the direction of the track. Don down to a 16.7 now. "35 seconds to go." Van Neersen, O'Hara in second. Jeff back 2 seconds in third. Don 2.3 behind him in fourth. Great battle here. Taking Jeff a night to shake off some of the rust, but he's starting to get back into it here. Here a year ago last time.
Race is over.
Time drivers, keep going, keep going. Sean is done. Pace around and finish the lap out, guys. Van Neerson's done. Don is done looking for Jeff to finish out here. Here he comes. And shut it down. Van Neerson going to take that one 18.514. O'Hara with 17.502. Don with 17.513. And Jeff 17.517. Only Jeff improving there right at the end. Everybody else was, and then they got two groups. All right, it's 9 o'clock. We're going to start the mains in 10 minutes, gentlemen. I'll have the posting up here in just a moment. That's fresh. I just changed the bottle. There's some cups on the side. There's some cups in elsewhere out there too, I believe. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the mains. Looking for two-wheel drive, open, buggy, Chad Buckland, Josh Hall, Robert Netzels. Get them down and checked in. Marshals will be 4 guys from our stock buggy class. Chickadee, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Get them checked in, gentlemen. All right, gentlemen, roll them off. You got 145 to turn and burn. Looking for our last marshal there, our volunteer. Like they're getting the bucket. Said he was buying one meal to Hooters or Wing House or one of those. Whoever was going to marshal for him. I'm trying. Now we'll get Cameron down there. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. That's how you do it. You got to marshal early and often. Get that RC Carmen going. Will be those days or those times. All right, all right, all right. Ba, 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 ba. All right, boys and girls. Let's get them to the imaginary grid out there. Your top qualifier, Mr. Chad Buckland, is going to start around the orange cone at the end of the straightaway. Mr. Josh Hall is going to be 9 feet behind him. That's one of the poles in the wall. And Mr. Netzel is going to start another 9 feet behind him at the other. Uh-oh, I think transmission issues for Netzel still. Put a castle nut on it and wire tie that thing in there. Does he need a minute? All right, we'll give him a minute while Mr. Chad gets lined up. We'll get Mr. Hall lined up behind him. Once again, 9 feet apart, gentlemen. That's every divider in the wall is 9 feet here. Girders are 18 feet apart. How we do the math here. Qualifying means something at New Red Hobbies. At least for the good guys. Bet Netzel's got that glue tip down and they're just pouring that thing in there going, lock it in. Watch online, jump in the chat, pick your winner. Waiting for Netzel, I believe. He's putting a little glue in the T-nut area. Diff keeps backing out, and that's brand new diff. All right, gentlemen. 6 minutes on the clock. Marshals look alive. We're going live in less than 5. Here we go. All right, it's Buckland, Hall, Netzel. Boys can find some speed out there. Hall trying to go short on the first kicker. Is fast times happen when you're on the ground pushing forward, but you got 2 suspension movements instead of 1 right at the bottom. All right, Buckland dropping a 15-8. Hall's got a 16-4. Netzel a 16-7. On a 23-lap run going for Chad here. Josh and Robert on 2. Psychic. Uh-oh. I think that might be it. Oh, man. I think he's gonna have the Loctite on it, some glue, probably a little, maybe with Casey Bass here and they do a little TIG welding on it or something for you. Lock that thing in. Netzel finishing out with a 16-2 fast lap, though. Hall just dropped a 16-1 that time by. Caution. Exiting the field here. .230 down, 3:30 to go. Halfway. 4-second lead right now for Chad over Josh. Question is Josh taking it easy or is Chad taking it easy or is Josh pushing him? Oh, getting it wrong there on the kicker. He had to think about what I was saying too. All right, you got time here. Throw a couple heaters down. You'll be back right in it. Up next, Independent. 1:45 to go in this one. Independent, you will be in staging. That is Sean, Brian, CJ, Scott, Bill, Benjamin, and Chuck. Big race of the night. Need all hands on deck to marshal that one. Got to take a few extra minutes races. That's fine. But we definitely want to make sure we have. Oh man, Cameron just yeeting that car over the kicker. In big race of the night coming up next. Here we have all the marshals we can get out here. Should have 4, 5, 6 of them. Out in that race, you're marshaling. It's that simple. "40 seconds to go for Chad Buckland, leading by 6.6. I don't know if Hall got an advantage there or not, but that was pretty to watch. 16.8 for him. His fast lap still 15.7 though. He's 2/10 off Chad's time. Well, Hall starting to find it there. About hitting those marks. "15.52, new fast lap from Chad. He might have been sandbagging a little bit. Hall is done. Looking for Mr. Buckland to finish out here, taking the victory tonight. And shut it down with a 15.32. Buckland taking that one 23.614. Hall 22.06, and Netzel out after 5 was on a 22.614 pace there. All right, once again, we need all 3 of those guys plus 2 or 3 more marshals at minimum. We're not going to start this race until we get them. All right, looking for Brian and CJ to get them checked in. And we have 3 from that last race. We're going to need 2 or 3 more marshals to marshal this one before we get started. So just start heading out here. Out in this race, you're marshaling. This is the big show of the night. These guys are getting the medals. This is where it matters tonight. I might even send Sticks out there to help out. Like, I'm counting, man. I'm counting. All right, drivers. Bring them up to speed. We'll get at least one more out here in just a moment. Thank you, Mr. Eric. All right, we get one more marshal out there. Come over by Mr. Buckland to help him out, and that'd be great. Got Mr. Eric going to be here in the southeast corner for us. All right, gentlemen, let's get him graded up. Josh might help you out down there. Your top qualifier going to be Sean O'Hara, 18 laps, 5:10. Remember, every divider in the wall is a position. 2 is Brian Kraft in second. Third will be CJ Soderlund. Fourth, Scott Quintel. Fifth, Bill Voss. 6 will be Benjamin Rosa when he gets out there. Leave a blank space. 7th will be Chuck Leinbach. Chuck's back in the spot. All right, all right, all right. All right, boys and girls, these are the volunteers that helped us out. All right, gentlemen, restart rules here since we finally having a big race in this one. Got to get to that kicker. Two or more cars getting together, we might have to have a restart. Keep it clean, gentlemen. You wreck by yourself and everybody collects into you, that's not going to be a restart. You guys get touching. So, keep it clean. Got 6 minutes on the clock here. Everybody going live in 5. And that's a restart, guys. Restart. Check in one more time for me. Check in one more time. And one job. Who is at fault on that one? I need Sean, Bill, and Chuck to cross the line for me. Already had to check in there for me. Sean and Bill. All right, everybody else is good to go. All right, once again, it's Sean, Brian, CJ, Scott, Bill, Benjamin, and Chuck. I know who that was. Somebody might be going to the back. The yoke, man. All right, gentlemen. One more time. One live in less than 5. Mucho Bettero. And that was CJ, I think, making a mistake, putting in the infield. Caution on the step down. Caution on the step down. Plenty of time, guys. Plenty of time. After 2 laps, 40 seconds into this one, it's O'Hara, Quintel, Soderlund, Voss, Rosa, Kraft, and Leinbach at the line. Caution in the infield. All right, it's O'Hara, Soderlund down straightaway by 2.2. Quintel back 2.7. Looks like it's past Quintel for that second spot. Voss back up to 4th now. Kraft to 5th. Leinbach, Rosa at the line here. So Bill and Brian battling out for position. Oh, Brian thought he might have the inside line on Bill there. Just couldn't quite get around the corner, though. And Leinbach, I don't know if he caught the edge or a pipe. over. 22 lap pace. Your leader Sean O'Hara coming across the. Oh, here he comes around the final corner, down the straightaway. Oh, Leinbach finding something consistently here. There goes something. No, Leinbach's hitting his marks well if he's doing the same thing over and over. Oh, Buckland having to do some fancy footwork out there. And it's a battle down the straightaway between Sean and CJ, 1.6 apart, black versus the blue. Quintel in the yellow and black coming across the line now. He is back 8 seconds. Boss and Brian battling out. Chuck is behind them on the clock and also on the track. Great battle for that 4th spot between Bill and Brian. Our leaders get tangled up here, and CJ's going to let him back by. Good sportsmanship here. This is a tough track to pass on. Fell back 6.8 in that 3rd spot. Caution on the ski jump. And we're clear. It's Quintel in 3rd. Voss behind him. Coming across the line. He's back 3 seconds. Kraft behind him by 1.4. Chuck a lap down behind Brian on the track here. And Benjamin trying to run them all down. Oh, poor Brian. Getting it caught up on the pipe. Still plenty of time to go here. Battle between our leaders, Sean and CJ. Duking it out from corner to corner right now. Brian, those leaders behind you. Do with that, it's up to you, sir. You're in a battle as well. Quintel, Bill, Brian, down the straightaway they go. All 3 of them separated by about 2 seconds there. Oh, CJ and O'Hara battling out here in traffic. They're behind a 3-way battle for 4th place right now. Oh, and Bill going to pass Quintel here for 3rd. Final podium spot. Brian sticks on the inside and does a little monster truck over the pipe. Race it to the line. Woo, looking for O'Hara to finish out. And Chuck and Benjamin. I didn't realize that was it right there. CJ Soderlund taking that one. 21.602. O'Hara 606. Boss stealing away 3rd place on the final couple of corners. Kraft stealing 4th away from Quintel as well by 3/10. Quintel in 5th. Leinbach in 6th. Rosa in 7th. Wow, what a finish, guys. 3rd through 5th separated by 8/10, maybe 9/10 there. CJ, Sean, and Bill going to be on the podium here. Get those cars down, get back out there. Marshall, we got Novice up next. Save some of those guys that are independent class. They can help marshal the truck race as well. O'Hara, was a heck of a battle between you and CJ there. You guys did great with the traffic and battle as well. That was awesome. Like Kenny says, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Got to pick and choose the time. All right, drivers, turn them loose. You got 1:45 on the clock. All right, looks like my drivers are ready to rock and roll. Your novice A main top qualifier, Cameron Bradley, gonna be the first guy out there, wherever it is, doesn't really matter. Line up second, Mr. Eric Hosford. Around that field, Mr. Matt Bradley. We got plenty of marshals here. Cameron stretching it out. Oh, pre-race ceremonies. Get loose. All right, drivers, we're going live in less than 5. And these boys starting off hot and heavy here. Extra minute on the clock. 5 minutes tonight for the novice guys. Normally 4-minute races all night. You guys are out here volunteering. A little extra love here. Eric styling and profiling over the kicker. Found something. Cameron trying to keep up with him here. Good job. Cameron with a 17.6. Eric with a 17.4. Got a race for the lead here. Matt has a 20 flat. It's faster than his. Oh, he went the wrong way over the mini kicker. And a little kerfuffle from Cameron. Going to drop him back here a little bit. Eric with an 18.7. Cameron with 22. He's got to find 4 seconds out there to get back into the lead here. Got to start talking to Eric a lot and get him distracted. 240 down, 220 to go. $120 to go. 120 to go. Up next, stock truck. Matt had a 19.4 last time by. That was a new fast lap for the night, if I'm not mistaken. He was so happy with himself, he crashed a couple times and did a 25. Eric out front by about a lap here. He's all over Cameron. Matt back another lap in third. Well, Steely Dan out there. I got this album. For young kids, it's a CD. I have it on CD. I think I got it on vinyl. You guys weren't aware, vinyl made a comeback. The one or two companies out there, they are printing 24/7 right now if you're looking for vinyl. Places out in California. 3 shifts. 4-7. Caution on the final corners here. Oh, Cameron's like, take that. You beat me, you're going to get beat down. And shut it down. Eric Hosford taking that one 16 laps, 5:09. Cameron with 15:508. Matt with 14:511. Eric dropping that 17.4 fast lap. Cameron with that 17. Matt with the 19.4. All right, all right, all right. All right, gentlemen, roll them off. Sorry about that. Six are conjuring up all sorts of ideas. All right, gentlemen, let's get him to the grid. Your top qualifier, 18 laps, 5:09, Mr. Josh Hall. Lining up second is going to be Robert Netzel. Third will be Benjamin Rosa. Let you guys line up however you want. Eric was out here, didn't he? Oh, he's over there. Okay, all right. All right, drivers, 6 minutes to figure it out. We go live in 5. Thank you, Chad. Oh, man, Josh overcompensating there on the right turn, going over that kicker. And he overcooks the landing. He jumped. Plenty of time, though. Netzel's like, my diff be darned. I'm taking this one tonight. All right, it's Netzel, Rosa, Paul. About 4.2 between all three of them. And looks like Rosa's made some adjustments here, tightening the car up or the truck up. Starting to keep the back end underneath them here. It's, matching 17 flats. Oh man, Hall hit that final 2 corners like butter. Oh. Hall caught an edge or a hole or something out there. We're going to try the instant replay. Failed again. That's out front by 3.5. Hall in third by 1 second. Oh, your leader upside down. And the body popped off. Dad's looking for more body clips. Probably down in the crack now. Oh, you found one. Might be some on the table here in the corner, but that's all. I'm pretty sure they're going to call you in for a pit stop at some point. I'm going to bring him by now. At least one in there, and he's back in it. Benjamin having a body issue too. Like the front might be a little loose on his car. All to the back to the lead here on a 21.610. Benjamin in second, Netzel in third, back 4.8. Oh, he caught the corner. Like they found another one for Netzel or Rosa, whoever needs it first, I guess. Benjamin, stop by Buckland here on your way past. He's got a body clip for you. Like, forget it. No mercy, sweep the leg. Netzel with a 16.8 new fast lap. Hall has a 16.3 on lap 2, and Rosa with a 17 flat. Just a reminder, guys, we got one more race, and then we go into our podium ceremonies here at the end of this one. If you're top 3 or TQ, I'll be out front here on the front straightaway. Medals for Independent tonight, and everybody else getting some ribbons. And we got some New Red Hobby stickers in the chicken dinner bucket here. Want one of those? We got 3 left. Passing out some Brian's first time here as far as my computer says. I think we got a keychain something for him here. Keepsake. Netzel new fast lap 16.58. Behind Benjamin by 4.2 at the line. Reeling in our leader right now on the track, but not on the clock just yet. I think Netzel just freaked out Hall out of his pants there and just totally got him out of the game and passed him. Another 16.7 for Netzel on a mission here. 20 seconds to go. Like, this might be the last lap for Benjamin. He just got to keep it clean here. Going to take second tonight.
Race is over.
Race it to the line. Benjamin's done. Robert's done. And shut it down. Josh Hall taking that one 21.608. Benjamin 20.605. Netzel 20.605. Difference of 7/10 there. Good battle towards the end, guys. Even after some pit stops, it was still. All right, final race of the night. At least one volunteer for this one. Looking for a stock two-wheel drive buggy. Mark Van Neersen, Sean O'Hara, Don Dagey, Jeff Brown Jr. All right, now you can turn them loose. Now we have a couple guys at each end of the track. No respect, I tell you. No respect. high quality caffeine there. Okay, Nitzel, stretching out that back, getting ready. Gotta do some morning calisthenics before you guys marshal. Stretch it out, nobody gets hurt. All right, gentlemen, let's get them to the imaginary grid out there, somewhere down by the cone on the pole. Your top qualifier, Mark Van Neersen, going to be on the point, 18.507. Sean O'Hara lining up second, 18.513. Don Dagey with 17.503 going to be third. And Jeff Brown Jr., 17.517, rounding out the field. Grid is set. Marshals are looking good. Drivers, know the deal. Can't win it in the first corner. You definitely pressure the guy in front of you to make the mistake there. 6 minutes on the clock, drivers. Your two-wheel drive stock buggy A main going live in 5, 4. Good start, good start. Oh, wow. And Neersen clipping the corner dot, exiting that infield. Oh, and he gets it wrong on the... Wow. Watch the replay. Your leaders down the straightaway. It's Van Neersen and Dagey by 1.1. Don with a 17 flat. And Neersen, Don back 1.7. O'Hara across the line with a 16.2 new fast lap for the race. Benjamin, in front of you by the white dot. Thank you, sir. Mark and Don having a great battle here. Don gave that back to him. What? Didn't catch it, but Dan Neersen back to the lead. Jeff with a 16.8 last time by. That's a new fast lap for him. And Neersen wide coming on the straightaway. Don back 1 second at the line. Was a new fast lap for Mark, though, a 16.41. Leaders going over the tabletop and center right now, down the step down. On another new fast lap, 16.6. 2:45 down, 3:15 to go, just about halfway. O'Hara back 7.6 and third with a new fast lap for the race of a 16.1. Jeff has a 16.7. Back 11.9 and fourth. .330 down, 2:30 to go. Mark and Don separated by just under 3 seconds here. John coming across line back 11 and change in third. Comes Jeff. Jeff's in fourth by 7.5 seconds. New fast lap of 16.3 for Jeff. There with a 16 flat, backs up with a 17 flat. That's a new fast lap, a 16.075. Oh, somebody put it by the ski jump there. Jeff. Right now, everybody's fast lap, a low to mid 16. And Anderson 16.3 along with Jeff. O'Hara's got the 16.0. Don with a 16.6 with just over 30 seconds to go. .6 between Mark and Don for the lead here. Mark coming off the final corner, down the straightaway he goes. Comes Don in the blue. Jeff in dark color with green wheels. And O'Hara in the all black with white wheels. Leader caught on the pipe. That's going to be it though. 3, 2, 1. Not going to get that extra lap. Don is done as well. Looking for the other two. Here they come. And shut it down. Van Neersen taking that one 21.6 flat. Missed it by 0.08 to get that extra lap. Don with a 6.04. O'Hara 6.10. Top three separated by 9.9 with that 21 lap pace. And Jeff Jr. with 19. 6.08. Once again, all four of those guys with low 6-second laps here. That is it for racing. I want to thank all our live stream viewers for tuning in. We're going to get into our podium pictures here in just a few moments. I'll thank everybody for tuning in and remind you we've got Super Weekend this weekend. Saturday, off-road action here. Our monthly Saturday race for off-road. Gates open 10 a.m. Racing at 2. Dirt Church Sunday. Gates open 11 a.m. on Sunday. Racing at 1. Maximum entry 2 per person. We can get out of here and get home to Sunday dinner. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys then.